Hey guys, Pop Scrap here. Going to scrap out a few different little bits today here for you. I have a lot of this kind of little bits and pieces. I said start making a few videos on scrapping out bits and pieces in the house. Hopefully camera is set up nicely. It's an old type plug. I hit it with the hatchet to open it up for you. So we're going to go through it and see what we got. So first of all, we have these little Phillips screws, which I'm going to take off now to release the brass and stuff. And we'll take all the brass. There should be a good bit of brass in this. So I'm going to open all the Phillips screws on it and see where we are. I know there's a lot of shade here now actually where I am when I'm working over. It's because of the lighting. It's not the best of lighting I have. We got to do what we have, guys. Got to do what we have. So this should be opened. Yeah. As you can see here, guys, nice piece of brass in here. Pull these out. Should just come out. Just cut them off. It's an unusual extension lead kind of. You know, have I got a magnet handy? I don't. This could be brass or something like that. So we'll put that to the side with the brass. Maybe it is. Just cut these out. They should be come out perfect. Piece of plastic for recycling. Same again. Just cut these off. I have another nice pickup tomorrow, which I'll be bringing you along with me when I'm doing it. So I'll put the plastic over to one side, out of the way. Put the brass all over here. That's clean brass for me. You can spend time taking them off if you want, but I still get clean brass for that. Oh, camera focus nicely there now. Thank you. So we still have a few Phillips here to take off. I'll show you the little Phillips screws we have here. In there you can see them little Phillips heads. So we'll release all the wire. Should be more brass than usual in here now. There we go. Beautiful brass. There's a lot of it in it actually. Well, there's a good bit in it actually. Should be 2 Phillips here to release. That's all off. So we release this. This Phillips comes out. There we go. This should pop off. Should have all the screws out of this. I do. So that should pop off out of the way. There's 2 more Phillips screws I see there attached to this. But there we go. Plastic onto the side. This is what we need. All that nice, sexy brass. So, as I do again, just cut that off. Just leave all that together as is. these in as brass, as are. Now, these I'm not too sure what they are yet, so they can't go in as brass, so I'm not sure what they are. Bit of wire. What we got here is, without tearing my hands to bits, bit more wire, which I'll cut off now actually when I'm here. That just go to scrap steel. It's more plastic. And that's what we have in brass plug. A few bits in it. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take out something else here and see what we got. What can be handy to strip apart. Without being too much work. All these screws are, it's all handy this. You just don't know when you need them. I have containers of screws and things like that, so you just don't know when they'll come in handy. An old PlayStation. Oh, the game in it. What do we have? Need for Speed Most Wanted. Cool. It's an old game. PS1 or 2, I'm not too sure. PS2. They're hard to get into, I think these are. Let's have a look at them and see. We'll scrap it out. I get a lot of this kind of stuff, so. Oh, that's gone flying. They're all Phillips heads too, so it's not too bad. They're all gone flying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take off these screws and we'll see what we got underneath it. As I said, I'm sorry for the light now of the camera tonight, guys. It's not the best. It's been a while since I did a bit of micro scrapping. And one more. It should all open up nicely and see what kind of board we got underneath it. For Irish, which we have to meet up again soon. And it never works that easy, does it? Took off a few screws there, so this should pop open easy. There we go. Get a bit of alley out of something I can't. Bit of board. Now, as you can see here, this is like a laptop board. Things I hate taking apart, so there is a bit of aluminium in it. We have some extruded alley. I presume that's an aluminium sheet and battery here. There's a board underneath. So what we probably do myself is I might just take that aluminium heatsink off for myself, and the rest will go straight to Scrap and Irish to recover gold or whatever's in it from. Because for me, it's not worth messing with. What else have we got here? This is some other kind of gaming console, which I don't. Wireless gaming console. I think I'll just give that from straight as is. I won't be scrapping that out. My favourite things I be taking apart, guys, all the time is miscellaneous little bits and pieces like this. Plugs. I get a lot of brass off this because I have a few electricians that I get all this kind of stuff off, and I just absolutely love taking this apart. This is where 50% of my brass comes from. It's plugs like this from electricians and things like that. So yeah, this is what I enjoy taking apart. I get so much of this, guys. I could get 50, 60 of these at a time. I don't really show them on camera, me taking these apart, which I should, but I don't. Yeah, I get a lot of this. A lot of recycling too, guys. A lot of stuff that has to be brought in to recycle, or I get my recycle bin myself. But like this doesn't take much room up in the recycling bin, so I can just recycle this in my own bins for free. But yeah, here we go. Bit of brass, bit of copper. Over to the side. Sometimes they are hard to take out. That's it. They're nice. These are heavy, guys. You mightn't think it, but they are. It's a nice piece of little copper again, and brass. They are heavy. And this one here always is can be a nightmare. It can pop off the steel sometimes. Sometimes it's a nightmare to take off. If I have the monkey wrench, it comes off easy. Handy on me. There we go. Off with him. The rest will go to plastic again. And my real favourite, guys, what I take apart a lot of is these plugs. These are by far my favourite. Because I get so much of them. They're in everyday thing I take apart. And likes of this kind of stuff. Little light fittings. Anything like this with a bit of brass. Like this is aluminium going around here now. And these are two brass tops. So when you're scrapping like this, guys, over a few months, as I said, I'm a hobbyist scrapper. Sometimes I'm more than a hobbyist scrapper. I get so much stuff. But yeah, look at when you have a bucket, a pail of this stuff, small stuff all in one pail. When that shows you, if it's full, you will not lift it. There's a lot of money in it, you know. But it all adds up. You need the ounces, guys, grams to make the ounces, and the ounces to make the pounds. So yeah, when you get to time over the winter, when things are quieter, that's what I do. We are scrapping this out. So we have a little bulb, which I've took out. And we're pulling all the screws out as possible that we can. See this little light fixture here, there's two little Phillips screws in here. Take out what you can. Now, I know there's no really weight in this, but it's just to let you know what you can do, you know. I'll put that now as clean. And I would, myself, personally. And here we go, there's a little bit of Phillips, little Phillips again. Take off this. For the brass. Pure brass, adds up fast. That's brass too. On the inside here, there should be two little more Phillips screws to release this other part of brass off this. I'm trying to show you guys ways that, here we go, yeah. I'm just trying to show you ways, guys, to get more brass and things like that, you know. Because there is so much of it out there. It's on, brass especially is on everything. That's good brass. Brass is on everything. If you break down things, you will get lots of brass. Believe me. Like, what am I here now? I'm only here 15 minutes, scrapping out a few little bits and pieces here. But you know, it all adds up at the end of the day. If you're at this for hours a day, scrapping things apart, messing at things like this, brass goes, you know, you get a lot of brass fast. So, my next thing I'm taking apart here is my most favorite are plugs. This is where heavy brass gets into, you get into a rhythm here. You can take 3 or 4 of these apart in a minute. And this is good brass, heavy brass that. So yeah, you add it up over time, it's good money. Especially the price of brass these days, and brass is only going to get dearer, guys. When the copper rises, brass will rise. So bits of wire, nice little piece of brass. As I said, sell it as it is. Clean brass. I'll take that piece of copper off the brass, I will. And the rest goes into hard plastic recycling. I'll do another copper free. We have one here with a Phillips. So there's another thing I have to show you here, guys, too. Different, see this here. Focus. That's a flathead, and this is a Phillips. Okay? 100% of the Phillips or the flathead are non-magnetic, right? The Phillips heads on these are all magnetic. So you have to take the Phillips heads off. Otherwise, you don't want steel basically in there, you don't, you know. You want all the steel out of it. What you're saying to me, maybe how do I know that, is when I've stripped thousands of these over the years, thousands now, I'm on about thousands I've stripped, you get to know what the story is. So yeah, anyone with the Phillips heads, they're the more modern ones, they're all steel, the heads, screws, but the rest is all brass. And two nice little pieces of wire, which I'll take out later. Do a couple of more here quick. It's the flathead one now. This is a more older type plug, when you have the flat little head here on it instead of the Phillips. And you know these are going to be brass straight away. This is good old brass. As you can see there, guys, is adding up fast to this brass. Just loosen that one out and loosen this. All you do is pop that up, pull, bit of wire, more brass. See, these old ones are better because of you get more copper out of them. So, as you can see there, without my shadow in it, annoyingly, yeah, it adds up fast to brass. Look, it's not a big deal. It's a bit of brass, a bit of aluminium, but in your spare time, a bit of wire, when you're sitting down doing nothing, taking things apart, if you spent an hour at this, it adds up a few kilos. So that's what I'm at for the night now. I'm here taking things, plugs, anything brassy or coppery, wiry kind of area. I take a bucket in at the night, and I strip it apart. I'm not sure about them, guys. Look kind of casty to me, or maybe they may be brass, I don't know. But we go through them. That's what I do now when I'm sitting down at night time here. I just pull up a table beside me, and I just strip out a few bits. So, nice video for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.